will discuss about learn from home as a result of the coronavirus pandemic.
What are difficulties in the education? The situation at the time of the coronavirus pandemic caused many impacts, one of which was in the field of education. Students must use many gadgets to the assignment from the teacher. Only that this difficulty increases when children do not understand what is conveyed, and it is not uncommon for teachers to only give assignment without giving an explanation first. This is where students struggle because it is not uncommon for parents to not be able to help their children due to lack of education, and usually the child is given an assignment by the teacher several lessons in a next difficulty is the difficulty of studying at home due to gadget limitation. Family financial constraints that are difficulty to buy quotas because of limited costs. Not infrequently, parents have to work for their children so that their children can study at home by borrowing money from neighbor or other things. The next is that it is not uncommon for students who have difficulty understanding it, so instead they don't care about their assignment, and many cases of children going to internet cafes have reasonable grounds for doing assignment, and children instead play in internet cafes even though it is currently not allowed together. It must be social distancing. And even children go to the internet cafe with their children, even parents, when asked, do not know that. Next, the number of workers who have to be laid off causes financial difficulties for these families who have to consider whether to eat or for quotas. In the end, they choose their money to eat, so it was not uncommon for children not to take part in studying at home either. That is why teachers also had difficulty in learning at home. Finally, the next difficulty is the parents who cannot help because they still have to work to get money to support their family. Not infrequently, the child does not know what else to ask if he does not understand to answer the question.
Coronavirus has affecting educational system around the world. UNESCO said that 300 million students got their school activity put on hold and turned their will to study in the future. In this situation right now, there is few complaint from the teacher, how difficult is it help an online study and deliver the learning to student, because there are two types of teacher, the one that has good literature dealing with application and the available facility, and the other one that was not ready yet. Given even no one can predict the pedagogic that has been taught in the teaching and learning curriculum at school has never been prepared to deal with the Covid-19 virus, but we must be prepared to face it. The fact is that there is still teacher who change the learning process by giving assignment is useless without attention to a sense of what they are given. If a teacher only gives assignment track student books without explaining the material delivered, are students able to understand it? Due to the fact that not all parents of other family members are able to guide their children well. Assigning tasks continuously will make the child experience psychological disorder. Children will feel stressed out because of possible tasks that students cannot understand. Different from teachers who apply creative learning to their students, students will feel happy and not worried.
What is the government policy to learn from home? Now, I will discuss the government policy of following up on the call to learning at home, namely, the release of the program Learning from Home Talk TPRI. This Learning from Home program is an attempt by government to provide a learning tool that students can use to study at home during the COVID-19 virus pandemic. This program was also released because there are still many people in Indonesia who are not yet tech-savvy and have difficulty accessing the internet. So that is expected to get to the disadvantaged reading and infect area so that they can enjoy learning easily. The content of this program focuses on enhancing literacy, numeracy, and character building capacity. Example like this, namely through the series of stories Sahabat Pelangi, which teaches about friendship, tolerance between race and other. After each segment, there will be questions that must be answered by students. Questions are superficially written or photographed first. After the event is finished, then the child does the question. Some schools will ask for proof that students are listening to Learning Talk TPRI by sending photos of children listening. There are also who simply send the result of question done by students.
Learning through online system not only about negative impact, but it also have a positive impact for us. Online lecture is able to solve many problems on the learning process. With online lecture, students can be more active in looking for literature that is sourced from the internet and at the same time provide solutions to students who has a problem in communication. In online lecture, there will be no student who are shy or nervous about giving some arguments or idea. Students who are usually shy in conventional class are actually more active to give some arguments and idea when learning by online class. In addition, online lecture programs can save time and energy. For example, we can do this at home, comfortable place for us. We can use the time after online learning wisely, such as doing the homework, study, and etc. The solution that can be applied to get the optimal learning process by online system is the government or the school should provide facilities to help the children who have an economic problem in their family. And then, for parents, make a timetable to help children manage time for study at home.
Enjoy our vlog!